The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
Koutou katoa and no mai hara mai ki tēnei wā o ki tēnei pō o te kemu o Pōiuka. Welcome to the 2024 NFC, the National Fast Pitch Championship. Great to have you along here live from Pure Athletic Sports Stadium on day 2 competition, and it's the big one tonight, the battle for the bridge, the battle for the undefeated next almost teams. That'll be Auckland taking on the North Harbour A side called Pango. Pango meaning black and Māori, and that's who will be playing here today. Let's have a little look at the two teams that will come out here in the game today. And if we look at the home side batting lineup first, Auckland, the Brock Evans, Cole Evans at the top of the order. They've done that all the way through. Brock Evans has been outstanding. The second baseman, Ben Anoka, Thomas Anoka, Campbell Anoka. 3 brothers after the 2 brothers. All 5 of them are damaging offensively. Connor Peden fits in the 6th spot, the DP. Reece Evans, Max Early, and Oscar Clark. On the other side for North Harbour, they're a good outfit as well, led by the young Caleb Verona at shortstop, setting the table for the boys from North Shore. Seth Gibson hitting 2 today, the first baseman. Pitaruna will be the designated player. And hitting in the 3 spot, you see Hohepa Monk. He's batting twice in the order. Oh, that's hard case. Well, he's hitting 4 today as Hohepa Monk. Hugh Davies will be hitting in the 5 spot. Oscar Anderson, well, says he's pitching. We'll find out when we get to the defensive side. Joshua Kingi is hitting 7 today. Curtis Tompkins and Levi Wilson rounds out the batting order. Defensively, if we have a look at that before the home side, Auckland, you can see there it is Inoka in the centre field and left. Clark at right field, Evans in the infield with Anoka in the right side. Max Early behind the dish for the starting pitcher, Nick Hayes. Let's go. First pitch is right down the arm line. An outstanding group of athletes here in this one. It'll be Caleb Rona leading off here against Nick Hayes, resident of the Gold Coast, bobbled off the glove and recovers in time to make the out, does Brock Evans.
Brock Evans, to which he cleaned that up fine, but coming out on first base, 1 down.
Zeth Gibson, the first baseman, will be the next batter for North Harbour. So he steps in from the left side, first base today.
Seth Gibson on deck.
Signature big arm guard on the front arm for Gibson. Lots of power on the back. First pitch is hefty and hard, but outside the zone. Hayes, lots of velocity. And can't quite check his swing, so that'll level the count. 1 ball and 1 strike now.
Outside.
Next pitch is outside.
1 strike.
So 2 balls, 1 the count here. 1 away in the top of the first innings for the Battle of the Bridge. This pitch is outside.
Outside, 3-1.
Gibson a real threat at the plates. Hayes fires. A rise ball on the outside edge. Can't quite keep up to it. Apologies, it was a 3-1 count on that pitch. So full count now. And gets him on the last pitch for the second out. Hayes is starting this one on fire.
Up the bat, 9, Hohepa Monk.
North Harbour coming undefeated today. They opened up their account against Wellington, 12 runs to 2. 4-0 over Canterbury, 11-1 over Hutt Valley, and then a close one against Southern Pride today, 7-6. Pitarona now, big tall right-hander. Listed in the DP role, first pitch to him is right down Main Street. Getting a no cut. Been used wisely this week, keep him off his legs. Obviously one of the best, if not the best, centre fielder still playing in New Zealand. Next pitch is hard and through the zone. So in the hole here, Rona. No balls and 2 strikes. And a hard pitch outside, not teasing enough for Rona. Moves the count 1 ball and 2 now.
Swing and a miss and retires.
And a swing and a miss will complete the top of the first innings. Hayes, a clean sheet. As we'll go to the bottom of the first, no score. In the Battle of the Bridge, North Harbour taking on Auckland. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first innings, North Harbour will break from their huddle and they will take the field here.
7, 8 and 9.
They've got a real good fielding team as you look on the screen here. Wilson, Timothy Cook and Monk left to right in the outfield. Then the infield slick as we see Kingi, Rona and Hugh Davies and Thomas Anoka. He's playing for both teams today. It'll actually be Seth Gibson at first base. Curtis Tompkins behind the dish. And it is, in fact, Oscar Anderson will get the start on the hill here for North Harbour. On the flip side, let's have a look at Auckland now. Offensively, we talked about the 2 Evans and then the 3 Anokas in the top 5 of their order. Connor Peden hitting in the 6th spot today. Reece Evans, Max early. And I tell you what, the kid to watch for me on this Auckland side is hitting in the 9th spot here, playing right field today, Oscar Clark. Really, really good one. Fantastic indeed. Well, I'm Jason Gerbes, aka Chopra, and I'm really pleased to announce I finally get to do a game with one of my best mates here, Damien Collins. Damien, man, welcome back into the booth.
Thank you, mate. It feels like forever since I've been here, but, mate, I always love calling a game with you, bro. We've done a lot over the years, and later years it's just been one or two of us manning the desk with colours coming in. So any chance we get to call a game together is absolutely fantastic. And what a game, Auckland taking on Harbour.
If we have a look at the umpires for this one, we've got a real good crew. Rebecca Taylor's out at third base. Dave Beaumont from Christchurch, he'll be officiating at first. And calling the balls and strikes, the one and only Tika Tony Kaiaruna.
The one and only.
Well, all set to go here. Bottom of the first innings. No score in it so far. It'll be Brock Evans who'll lead off for Auckland.
The younger of the 3. And what a mo that Brock is rocking these days.
First pitch from Oscar Anderson. Getting the start on the hill here. Maybe a surprise for some, Damien.
Yeah, when you got Pitarona ready to go in the DP role, you do expect that they're going to do that change. But they're starting with Anderson, see where he'll go with it. But there is always a couple backups, handy backups that Harbour have. 2 Black Sox pitchers, as you mentioned, Pitarona and Edu Drage on this North Harbour side. And Seth Gibson, another option from the left side as well. Did throw earlier today, did Gibson. Yeah, Seth, an all-rounder, can do it all with that left. Ooh.
Well, Auckland started their campaign with a loss on Canterbury on day one, went down 2-5. A good spirited game from Ben Watts on the hill for Canterbury, gets them the dub in that one. And then they righted the ship. They played North Harbour Kokowai, the development side, beat them 8-1, ran over Wellington 11-1, and then just got over their B-side 9-8 in a tiebreaker win earlier today.
Oh, what a game that was, going to the 8th. It really was a great game between the two Auckland sides.
Just gathering his feet there with Oscar.
Oscar Anderson just slipping as he...
Anderson comes out of Denmark, playing his second season at North Harbour. You see here on the replay the slip. And the interesting thing, you see the front foot just gives way. Interesting thing with Anderson, he's actually a catcher this year. Found out he can spin the ball a little.
Oh, wow. If you can take both of the battery positions out, you're surely to get a spot in the lineup.
Slow roller, tough play. Kingy third base is good.
Great take by third base.
Yeah, absolutely. Kingy just hopping over to his left a couple steps. He had to make up some ground and right at his feet straight away to get that throw off to first and that first out.
Next up to bat, the Black Sox captain, Cole Evans.
Yeah, Cola, 10 plate appearances on day one, 9 at-bats, 6 hits for a total of 667.
Leading the batting stats just about.
And the home runs. You know how Cole does it. Oh, let's just chuck in RBIs as well. He's got 2 home runs and 6 RBIs, so he's leading 3 of the stats, and I haven't seen him take the mound yet.
Cole Evans having himself a spirited NFC.
Or regardless of what team you support, you want to see our Black Sox doing well, and Cola has been a mainstay in that team for all what feels like 10 years at 24 years old. So Cole seeing the ball well this weekend so far.
Pitch is just outside.
Forward ball 3.
3 straight balls here to Evans.
Do you reckon the Evans and the Unokas get a family discount having 6 of the players in the starting lineup?
Either that, they got shares in Auckland softball.
Surely.
The amount of player levies they must pay. 4 straight balls, and Evans will go down to first base. Bring up to bat, arguably one of the most successful Black Sox that are still currently playing, Ben Inoka.
Well, Jarman, the centre fielder, has locked in that spot for so many years. He just sees the ball so sweetly. The swing of his is just all natural, and he's really a threat anytime he comes up to the batter's box.
Inside.
Inside.
Good battery pairing here with Curtis Tompkins behind the dish for North Harbour. Very experienced catcher is Tompkins. Cole Evans at first base will need to be wary with his arm.
And one thing we've definitely seen throughout this tournament so far is that the catchers are not afraid to let rip. They're not afraid to back their arm and back their fielders getting to the right positions.
Oscar Anderson debuting at the NFC, now in a pitching role. What will he be trying to achieve here earlier on in the match?
He'll start feeling out the batters, seeing what they're hitting, what they're swinging at, what they're getting.
Comes off the glove and will leak into the outfield. A single for Inoka. Moves Evans over to second base.
Yeah, Jarman's good at that, finding the gaps when he needs to. Cole Evans just thought maybe, just maybe, that centre fielder Timothy Cook was going to get there and just held up halfway like a good runner should be.
Long way to come for Timothy Cook. If he makes that stick, he's up on his feet and he'll double off Evans at 1. So that close. Game of inches here.
Ooh, game of inches, game of moments.
Thomas Inoka now will step into the batter's box.
one of the stalwarts for the Black Sox over the last decade. Tommy Gunn to most, with that high stance of his.
Marquee player for New Zealand. Marquee player in North America. Made the move to Bear Creek this year. Him and big Wayne Laulu added a couple of Kiwis to the roster. I'll tell you what, I reckon it's a successful formula.
Well, it's not just a couple Kiwis, that's a couple RBIs. You know, that's some good batting stats, maybe even a bomb or two.
This pitch is down through the zone. Nathan Nukunuku, head coach, with Gareth Pollard over at first base, running the shop here for Auckland.
You see Nate wearing less and less uniform as the tournaments go by. Purely as a coach in this one, haven't seen him on a roster yet. But such a longevity career in the blue and white.
Made the decision to pass it on. Provide the intelligence required at the elite level. 2 balls, 1 strike on Anoka now. Here comes Anderson. High chopper. Go foul.
Called foul. 2 and 2.
We've got the umpire mic'd up for you. We'll see if we can get that audio coming through.
Yeah, we always want to listen to TK. And I tell you, after this morning, I want to be miking up more Tama Howard. That's who I want to mic up.
Country Western going.
Seems to enjoy what he does, that's for sure.
2-2 the count here. Bottom of the first innings. Spinner just comes outside the zone. That'll fill up the count.
From Thomas.
Yeah, Nuka, smart batter, sees a lot of pitches because he knows his zone so well. Just feeling out the umpire, but I'm sure TK's called a lot of his games over the years. Slams it past the hot corner.
Coming around the corner is Evans, and he will open the account for Auckland here. 1-0 in the bottom of the first innings.
Well, it shows what Tommy Gunn can do. Just that straight power to get past Kingy in the hot corner and score the RBI, running from second home to Cole Evans to open up the account for Auckland.
You just see Caleb Warner as Evans runs in here, the shortstop, just taking charge of his infielders. Still one away here. First pitch is tempting. They'll check down at first base. Hickman says no. Apologies. Umpire Beaumont says no. So 1 ball the count. Anderson peers into Tompkins to get the signal. Pitch is high and over the top of the zone.
Tompkins a bit surprised it was in a glove there for a sec.
Two balls here. A ground out to third base, the leadoff batter, a walk, and back-to-back hits that have produced the first run of the ball game.
Never easy for a pitcher going Anoka.
High chopper, tough play. Kingy gets it, throws good, looking to go home, and the tag and the throw is good. It's an ESPN play from the North Harbour side that gets them out of the bottom of the first innings.
Well, Kingy coming in, making some ground, going low to scoop up that ball and getting it to first base of Gibson, who had the wares to slam it home to get Jarman, who was trying to take home on that to get another run for Auckland, but the tag was beautiful by Tompkins for the bang double.
Bang double indeed. 1-0 as Thomas Anoka drives in the first run of the ball game. Auckland lead the game. Outstanding defense. Defense wins championships. North Harbour pulling off one of the best here we've seen this week.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw Kingy having to throw on the bounce there in one motion, scoop and transfer, deliver to first. And just the wares of Tompkins to set himself up for that slide of Jarman to get the bang-bang double. Outstanding stuff from North Harbour.
They'll bring up the bat now. Hohepa Monk, the right fielder. Hugh Davies, the second baseman. And Oscar Clark, the first baseman. Apologies. Pitcher, of course, is Clark. Anderson, Oscar Clark. Well, oh boy, I told you I like that Oscar Clark kid.
You do. You're just naming everyone Oscar Clark now. Yeah. Hohepa Monk, big power hitter. He can really connect with bat to ball.
To use a running bunt option to see what the defense will do. That'll level the count. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah.
I see Hayes didn't go with my cleats.
Drop ball just misses the bottom of the zone. Hayes doesn't agree.
He sure doesn't. Checks where the zone was and where it was, and didn't like his response. Hazel wearing the famous number 12 of Nathan Nukunuku, actually. He wore that shirt for Auckland many, many years. Nick Hayes coming into the team as a pickup for Ramblers this season, qualifying for Auckland through them.
Hitters count here for Monk. Big swing, big pitch. As Hayes slides that strike through, fools up the count now. 3-2.
Hohepa Monk had a good qualifier for the Black Sox late last year.
And the top of the zone's good too as he freezes him at the plate for the first out.
Yeah, I was wondering if Monk was running to first thinking that there was ball there, but beautiful zone and TK to call it. Good out there from Hayes.
Monk knows it. We'll trot off. Hugh Davies now. Second baseman.
Hugh Davies, third on the batting stats. 7 plate appearances, 6 at-bats, 4 hits for an average of 667.
Playing well as Davies made the move from Howick Ball Club to North Harbour this year for Northcote. Him and Zeph Gibson. Gibson got himself married and a child and moved in on the North Shore.
That'll happen.
Rise ball up top, out of the zone though. 2 balls and 1 strike. Davies, plenty of power in the bat. We saw that last year at the U23 World Cup in Argentina. Lifted quite a few out of the park.
Yeah, he's been a consistent hitter for a few years now. Always a threat with the bat.
2-2.
Rise ball from Hayes looks good early.
Yeah, he's really trying to get as much of that top of the zone as he can. He's got such a strong rise ball.
Drop ball this time, freezes him at the play, back-to-back strikeouts. If you go back to the first innings, that's 4 in a row.
Yeah, Nick Hayes, he is an elite pitcher, and he has been for a long time. He's been doing his duties over in Japan of late, and it's good to see him back on New Zealand soil.
Oscar Anderson, the pitcher, now will step in for his at-bat.
I thought you ran in Clark. Huh?
First pitch to him is inside. Hayes leans back. Drop ball's good.
1-1.
The lights have come on here at Rosedale Park as we enter the twilight hours. You see it shining off the bat or the helmet of Anderson. Interesting enough, we get a shot of Nick Hayes here. The sunglasses still on.
Rocking them.
However, you remember the famous line from Eddie Murphy in Risky Business.
4-2.
When you're cool, the sun shines on you 24 hours a day.
Okay.
2-1. Drop ball inside, ties them up, levels the count.
Triple twos.
2 away here. Hayes steps back. Here comes the 2-2. Fouls this one off.
Foul ball.
The battery pairing of Nick Hayes and Max Early play for the same club this year, now Robert Ramblers, so very familiar with each other. Hayes getting the frequent flyer miles in as he jets across the Tasman. Change of pace is filthy. That is filthy. Nick Hayes with the sunglasses on and the smile to boot. We see Anderson back to the dugout. We're through 1.5 Auckland lead. 1 run to down.
Jack Links presents Messin' with Sasquatch.
Watch this.
Don't mess with other snacks. Choose Jack Links jerky made with 100% beef.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. In the twilight hours, you see the beautiful sky there in the distance. It's a beautiful evening, 22 degrees Celsius. Been a beautiful day, a bit of rain. The lights are on at the ballpark. I don't know about you, Damien, but something about the ballpark, that night with lights, it's just kind of romantic.
Yes, it does. Well, we're a couple days shy after Valentine's Day, mate, so finally good to sit down and have this romantic twilight at Rosedale with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to do us a favour. We always love, Damien and I, to hear where you're tuning in from. We want you to put a comment in the comment section. Let us know where you're watching from. Damien will give you a shout out. We got one in from Hayden Patton, all the way from Sunshine Coast these days. White Sugar, North Harbour player in his day. Kia ora, Hayden. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast today. Up the bat here for Auckland, be Connor Peter and Reece Evans and Max Early, the first 3 batters. And the bottom of the second innings, first pitch comes down the edge of the zone within it.
Well, you don't want to know who the first comment on the live stream is.
I'll let you be the moderator. How about we go with that one, David?
Moderator. Okay, yep. Well, I won't read that one.
Wait, that's Henry Collier. I love Henry Collier.
Hey, Uncle!
Great softball enthusiast, Uncle Fingers.
Uncle
We
Fingers.
haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah,
Needs
where's
to
our
make a
steamed
comeback.
puds, mate?
Yeah, and we want some of those Nazi East Coast cell phones you distribute, a.k.a. the crayfish.
You know it.
Pitches up top and out of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike here. Unbeaten. Remember when Uncle Fingers used to do his predictions through the year?
Yes.
And do these
From the
videos?
spa?
Yeah, spa,
Yeah.
swimming pool. Simply hilarious. And great to have enthusiasts like that around the country.
Oh, it's those personalities around our game that make it fun, you know?
Wow, he's called it. So he makes it 2-2, the umpire.
Connor Beaton doesn't like the call. That's zone that. Is he checking the check swing, is it? Doesn't agree. Oh, nice. I keep on getting sidetracked with the action replays that we've had over the weekend, and that was another great one. Well, Peter goes down swinging for the strikeouts.
Big pitch from Anderson. First strikeout of the day for him. Great to have some friends tuning in from Rotorua, Glenbrook, and all the way from West Auckland.
All the way from the place I was born.
Reese Evans now, first pitch. Daddy hacking. That one comes back. Damien, this is a good question. What's the difference between a hack and a daddy hack?
I have no idea. What is the difference?
Right there. That's
Right
a
there.
daddy hack. Lips are out like juju lips, and you just swing for the fences.
Reese Evans, part of the Black Sox setup over the last couple of years, of course, was here at Rosedale in December 2022. That's enough said about that.
Outstanding athlete is Reese, as you mentioned, the oldest of the three Evans brothers. Change of pace, hands are back good as he punishes that right up the middle.
Well, you talk about that talent. Reese Evans is so consistent with the bat. You got Kohler that's smashing over the fence and stuff, but you can always rely on Reese to find a gap and get himself on, and that's just what he did then.
One of the young, exciting players coming through the Elite Men's program is the next batter here. Starting catcher, Max Early.
Yeah, Max Early, another one that's been in that setup the last couple of years, really taking every opportunity that he's got.
Not big in stature, but I tell you what, a very big heart and an intelligent softball mind. First pitch, double play ball, one, looking for two, and North Harbour have come to play tonight, I tell you. It's two double plays, outstanding defensively today.
Yeah, Caleb Barona finding himself in the spot there to get to the base early and get that throw over to Seth Gibson, and with that stride that Gibson has, always being able to do the splits, able to get that in time for the bang bang double.
Yes, sir. It's a 6-4-3. Through two complete. The score is 1 run to nil. Auckland leading. Harbour coming out to top of the third inning, as you can see the scoreboard there, the Ray Tibbetts scoreboard here at North Harbour Softball. I want to thank North Harbour Softball for sponsoring the first 2 days of broadcast here in conjunction with Softball New Zealand. A privilege from Ballpark Broadcasting in Atiawa Toa FM. And of course, we've also got a special camera guest in here, Reese Duncan and his son. Boy, oh boy, what an addition to the crew.
Oh, absolutely. Reese has been around the traps with sport, probably been behind the camera of some of your favourite sporting events over the last couple of decades, probably. He's definitely one of those faces that you recognise throughout the events over the years, and awesome to have him part of it.
See the first pitch come down, right down Main Street to Josh Kingy, third baseman, and be followed by Curtis Tompkins, the catcher. And Levi Wilson, the left fielder. 1-2-3 here for North Harbour in the top of the third. Next pitch is outside.
1-on-1 and number 20, Josh Kingy.
Well, as you can see, the shadows from the high definition TV lights here at the ballpark. Starting to rain down.
Do you think Brock's growing the mo because they look so alike, him and Kohler?
I'll tell you what, I like it. I like the look. He's got the Tom Selleck moustache now. He used to have a terrible haircut. Terrible.
It was pretty bad,
haircut. I used to give him stick all the time. So, is he no barbers in Auckland? Well, what's the deal? Now it's all cut back, nice and tidy, and a moustache. Distinguished.
Well, I'm glad you appreciate someone's moustache these days.
3 balls, 1 strike.
I don't need your approval.
Oh, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for posting your comments on where you're watching from. Really enjoy that. I want you to do us another favour right now. As this one fouls off. We're going out on Facebook and a number of pages, and of course on a few YouTube channels, Ballpark Broadcasting NZ. Let's lift the amount of people watching. I'll tell you what, I want you to go to the bottom of your phone, or the bottom of your TV screen, or the bottom of your computer, hit that share button. If you all share it for us right now, let's watch the viewership explode. And a drop ball's good. It'll take care of Kingy. And that is 6 strikeouts in a row for Nick Hayes.
He's here to really stamp his marks and show the selectors and New Zealand that he is still the ace of the country.
All down low. See our friends from Pukekohe have tuned in as well. Ash Burton. Kia ora to you down there, Nolene. Fantastic to have you along in tonight's broadcast. You can see the viewership starting to climb, so you are starting to share it. Thank you so much for that.
4-4-2.
Numbers are looking pretty good these days, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you for all the support of Ballpark Broadcasting over the years. We started with an iPad behind home plate and a couple iPhones, and if you could only see the production that we've got today, or this tournament, it's something special.
It sure is indeed, and it's a pleasure to be able to provide that service here from Ballpark Broadcasting.
Base on balls of Curtis Tompkins, number 8.
Oh, someone
And
finally gets
a
on base.
Issue to Tompkins. Really starting to play well, Tompkins.
Full
A
time.
senior veteran for North Harbour now, the catcher he is.
Yeah. Very smart batting in there.
Up the bat.
So the perfect game is broken with that walk issued to Tompkins. It'll bring out the designated runner at first base, Gabe Wharepoti. And up to bat now, Levi Wilson.
Gets the feet running for the running slap or bunt.
Levi Wilson, a member of the New Zealand Junior Black Sox, contended at the 2020 Junior World Cup that was hosted in Palmerston North.
Just before the world changed.
Just before the world had a bit of a holiday. Took a tissue and a cough for a couple of years. But he's a real threat, this athlete.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can see his technique from the left side. He can drop it down, he can drive for power, and he is so fast.
Well, that's what you want from a lefty slapper for sure.
Tries to drop that one down, it goes foul.
That's a smart hitting, trying to get it down the third baseline, taking the focus away from the on-base runner.
Good to see our friends tuned in from the WA. Perth is in the house. I mean, I've never been to Perth, have you?
No.
Can't wait to go.
I
I
would
hear the weather is outstanding, the beaches are beautiful, and the people, so great.
Me and Melissa would have been there in a couple of weeks if it wasn't such a crazy journey to get there. Go
We'll
and watch
have
the
to
rock wrestle.
Pick
Oh,
a
yeah.
tournament to go to one time, that's for sure. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Wilson. Wharepoti still at first base. Outside.
Hazel trying to get all that zone.
Tony Kaiaruna behind the dish. Arguably one of the most experienced umpires that operates in New Zealand. He's on the World Cup circuit. He's done so many World Cups around the world. A slight funny story about him, by the way. Off and running on the pitch, Wharepoti. The throw down on the strikeout. It is dropped, and he swipes second base.
Well, good to get that. Good to get that steal. Because if he had caught it, that was out by all money. The throw was on from early behind the dish. Brock Evans getting in place. Just unable to keep it. You see with the replay, the runner, super slow-mo shows that he was all about the bounce. Max Early standing up, Brock Evans in position. Oh, maybe he would have got there in time, but
Bang,
good.
bang play. The young speedster Wharepoti in scoring position now for Caleb Runa.
Caleb Runa playing on his home ground. He's been mucking around in this place for many, many years, I'm sure. The shortstop.
Ball down low. Well, Damon, I think we should run a competition.
A competition, you say?
Definitely a competition.
Okay, okay.
I reckon the person who shares the broadcast the most.
How do you share it the most? Can't you just share it once?
No, you can share it as
Or
many times as
you
you
want
want.
to spam your own pages?
I tell you what, the person who shares it the most, and we'll have a look at that at the end of the tournament.
Okay.
Will get themselves a brand new Ballpark Broadcasting cap signed by one other, Damien Collins. Maybe a little signature from Chopper as well.
I don't know if they'll do it after that, if that's the prize, mate.
We're talking about a prize. How about that prize? Brad Ronut, Fabian Markia and his father Pete, all involved with the North Harbour Kokowai team.
Yeah, pretty cool to have your development team with such legends coaching them with that. Not bad. They've done a thing or two, haven't they, those two? B-Man's birthday tomorrow.
Sure is indeed. Be prepared. That's all I can say. Eden Roskell Softball Club are in the broadcast as well. Great to have you along. Hope you're having a great night. Fantastic club is Eden Roskell in Auckland's central area.
That was my nana's club growing up.
And goes inside. Yeah, long history.
Yeah.
Eden Roskell.
Makes it 3.
And on that.
Wouldn't it be like a Rona seeing some pictures at this ground?
Gets the hitters count now. 3 balls and 1 strike. Just clips the outside edge of the zone. Well, I notice Rona's got the respect of Hayes. Hayes has taken the sunglasses off.
Yep.
What happened to Eddie Murphy? Not falling for that banana in the tailpipe either, by the way.
Old Axel Foley, eh? That was a classic.
Low lifter, just off it, and I mean just off it from Rona.
So keeps him alive at the batting box. Caleb Brennan, number 6.
Silky athlete in the field is Rona. You won't mind me saying it, more of a contact hitter. Up until the last couple of years, and this year he's found real power in that bat. Something like about 12 home runs this season already.
Wow. No, Caleb's been an outstanding player throughout the age groups. You know, he's been in the junior setup. He was in the setup with the majors as well for the 23s. Bright future for him, of course. Some pretty good DNA, but he's making a name for himself.
Full count pitch, and it's a good one. Drop ball. Start strong with the lifter, and then it's the drop ball that pins them out. 3 innings. Of course, that's 9 outs, and 8 of them have come via the strikeout from Nick Hayes.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Caleb going deep in the count with Hayes. Sets himself up for the full count. Waited for his pitch. Went large with the big swing. And just couldn't connect.
Got it going on tonight is Nick Hayes, that's for sure. A duel, 1-0 for the Bridge. Auckland leading North Harbour. Bottom of the third innings under lights here at Pure Athletic Sports Stadium, the home of North Harbour Softball, the host of the 2024 National Fast Pitch Championship, or as we like to call it, Damien, the NFC.
The NFC.
Good
The
game.
elite.
The elite of the elite, the pinnacle event in the men's program.
Okay, I know we weren't going to give him a shout out, but Uncle Fingers has that steam pud ready for us at clubs, and Neil Mumu, no, you can't have it.
Ball one.
Indeed. Auckland is sent up to bat here. Oscar Clark. I'm not going to say I'm infatuated with this young man's talent. As he takes one inside. He'll be followed by Brock and Cole Evans. 1, 2, 3 here. In the bottom of the third innings for Auckland.
It's good to see Oscar, how far he's come. You know, like a couple of years ago, even last season, if I remember correctly, he was a lot of the role of the DR a lot. So, you know, working his way into that on-field lineup and getting his chances with the stick and becoming consistent the way he has is outstanding.
Great to have our friends from South Africa tuning in tonight. Andre Wainwright. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 3 straight balls here. And of course, Akina Park's #1 chef, Grant Dean, the maker of the creamed power burger. It just melts in your mouth.
Okay, I'll have some.
Inside, and 4 straight balls to Clark. And he'll head down to first base.
Here's Brock Evans.
Top of the shop. What about the addition of the super slow-mo this weekend, mate? It's, I've just caught myself just watching the replays a lot.
A few comments asking about the radar gun. What type of speeds are they throwing at? Double play, ball 1. Got to be quick.
Oh, wow.
And the throw can't get online. But a good heads-up play by Anderson, the pitcher.
Yeah, absolutely. Anderson making that ground ball within like one movement, turning around and getting it to Caleb Brona, throwing where he should be, not where he was. And that's the trick on getting those outs like that, giving your players the best position to get rid of the ball straight away while touching that base for the force.
Danger with a capital T here now. Cole Evans, Ben Anoka and Thomas Anoka.
Did you say danger with a capital T?
Capital T, indeed.
Interesting.
Because it's triple danger from those 3 players, Damien. Let me finish the line, good David. I think he's trying to get me, people. What do you think?
Never, Chop, never.
Okay, we'll back the bus off then. Forward, reverse. Forward, reverse. Cole Evans. Frisbee pitch outside. Walked back in the first innings. Halfway there now with 2 balls. A few questions asking about the radar gun. It's not set up tonight, unfortunately. Normally it's seated on the scoreboard there on the right side. I'd say Anderson will be throwing in a click, maybe around about 118, 120, somewhere around that. Nick Hayes, well, he's closer to 130, somewhere in the late 120s, I'd say.
Yep, the radar gun's sitting in the office just to the right of us. I've seen it a few times over the last couple of days. Surely it'll make an appearance soon.
Well, indeed. 3 balls to count. Jimmy Weiner tuned in. Outstanding pitcher in his own right, Jimmy Weiner, of course, the Black Sox battery coach. Won his World Cup on the hill in 2004 on New Zealand soil in Christchurch.
We were lucky enough to sit down with Jim and get his full story of his time in America and everything. Great man.
And a walk again for Evans will push Clark over to second base. It's kind of right now where you don't really need a coach. You just need to let these hitters hit.
Wow, you look at the talent and the experience that these boys already have. You know, I mean, you can't go past Nathan Nukunuku in the coach's box with everything that he's done, but he has got these guys to a point where he trusts them to go out and make the right decisions, and he backs them 100.
Ben Anoka. First pitch he sees scoots away. A wild pitch will allow the runners to move up 60 feet.
Yep, the Evans brothers on 3 and 2. And the first of the Anoka brothers in the batter's box. And Jarman, when he's got some RBIs ready to bat in.
Head coach for North Harbour is Callum Bryan.
Benny Inoka, number 8 on the batting stats after day one, hitting a clean 500.
High hopper, tough play. They've got a bit of box here. Go to 2, and they'll all be safe.
Well, good running there from the Evans. They knew that if they were going to run home, that it was going to be tough with the tag on at home plate. But the heads up, both holding their own and being able to get back to the base to load the bases for Tommy Inoka.
Brock Evans running at third base. Didn't think that high hopper was enough to come home on. And now it's a loaded bases opportunity for Thomas Inoka. Already driven in the only run for Auckland so far in the match. He can really cause some damage here, even with a capital T.
Called strike.
Clip in the corner there on Tommy. Yeah, the big smack up the line to left field, driving in the run in his last at bat. That's just what he does. The experience that he's got, getting back to ball is just what he does.
Damien, I've got a question.
Go on.
I need to know the new age lingo because I'm not quite up to speed with all the
Yeah,
new age
because I'm so young.
lingo.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, younger than you, for sure, definitely.
hard hit ball, deep enough for a sacrifice fly. We'll find out the catch. And the throw to 3, and they will surrender a run here. Auckland go out to a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, the tag up from Brock Evans at third. He was running home all day long. Jarman still on first and Kohler on second. And the throw from Timotei Cook straight to Caleb Rona to hold up the runners. They knew they were going to give up the one, but they weren't letting the others advance.
Okay, so the help with the new lingo, it comes from your partner. And
My
she's
partner?
talking about our great prize that we've come up with. Whoever can share the stream the most will win a signed, brand new Ballpark Broadcasting cap.
Yeah.
Signed by no one else but Damien Collins, and maybe a little chopper signature on there as well. Yeah, your partner
What
has said dub prize. Now,
Dub? Or is it dud?
Is it dub or dud?
Well, what is it, a D or a B or
Well,
a
I'm
T?
just trying to, because she would never say something bad about our prizes that we come up with.
Are you sure?
Do you think that maybe it's like trying to be hidden positive message?
Sure. She's well, she's already got my signature on the mortgage, so she doesn't need that again. And I don't know if she wants yours. I'm
I
just
tell
not
you
sure.
what, whether it's dub or dud, doesn't matter. The prize is out there. You share it the most. Damien will sign the brand new Ballpark Broadcasting cap. We'll put it in the post, or maybe if you're close enough, Damien will deliver it in person.
In person, even.
Pitch by Oscar.
Well, hopefully you're down the road.
2 outs here. 2 strikes now on the batter. Campbell and Noka.
Should we chuck in some stubby holders as well? Just by the end of the game, we'll just have a massive prize with all these
Ground
shares.
ball under the glove of
Ooh.
Kingy. Rounding the corner. Here comes Evans, and the third run of the ball game for
And
Auckland.
out through to third base 2.
Yeah, that's smack down the hot corner, and that's exactly why they call it the hot corner, just under the glove of Kingy. He's done some outstanding movement when he's had to go and get to the ball, but they're just outside. If you're not going to go right down to the ground, that's what happens. And the eyes up from Cole Evans, taking the lead from second base and just gassing it to home for Auckland's third run.
Time called here as Inoka will be replaced with the designated runner.
Harrison Wildball.
Comes out to run, take over at first base. Fine young athlete making his debut at NFC for the Auckland A side.
I want to know what training regime Harrison's been on. When he was in the Junior Worlds at Palmy a couple years ago, he did not have those arms. Whatever's going on now, dang.
We've got the gun show going on.
Sure does. the younger Anoka in the bat now. My bad. Connor Peden.
Drop ball up the middle,
Straight up the
punished
middle
by
Connor
Peden.
Peden.
Auckland have got the run machine going here in the bottom of the third innings. 4 runs scored now.
Oh, Connor Peden shows that power that he has. He's worn the fern for a few years now. Sometimes in a DP role, sometimes catch, sometimes first. But that is why just slamming it up the middle and scoring another run for Auckland.
Jarman rounds the bases, looks up, sees he's got time, and oh boy, he's got the cool cleats. And I know you're a fan.
I'd already noticed them,
footwear.
Chop, for sure. Got the gold cleats on. Yeah, no, big fan of shoes, as you know, over the years.
Reese Evans takes one tight and inside.
Runners on the corners.
Opportunity still there, 2 away in the bottom of the third innings. Auckland leading 4 runs to nil at this point. We'll see what strategy North Harbour has going through the rest of this match. If I look down the bullpen for North Harbour, no one up loosening yet. So Oscar Anderson's game. Offensively, they're going to have to do something against Hayes anyway. And as you know, Damien, it's not the team that wins the first match or the 10th match of the tournament. It's the team that wins the last match of the tournament that wins.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Getting that win on Championship Sunday, usually around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, is always the one you want.
Pitch is up. And the runner down at third base on the knee, but will get up safely. So both runners in scoring position here on the walk in the end.
However, we've got 2 down, bases loaded. Up the bat.
3 walks issued here in the bottom of the third innings. 2 hits, 1 sacrifice fly,
Catcher for Auckland.
1
8-0.
fielder's choice. And second out, see the throw back to third base. The 9th batter of the innings, Max Early, steps into the batter's box now. This one comes through the main street.
Strike one.
Auckland haven't lifted a ball out of the yard. They've just been team batting.
Finding the gaps, driving
All been
lasers.
And we've got a shot clock violation. Taking too long in the pitching mound, so Anderson will be penalised. 1 ball and 1 strike to count now. 22nd clock in operation here at the NFC.
Yeah, they're trying to do everything possible to WBSC standard. Of course, all the men pitching off the block and the 22nd clock as well.
We'll clarify that.
Ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike now. Max Early trying to turn this bottom of the third innings into a crooked number. 3 runs scored already. Big swing on the outside, low lifter.
Takes the count 2-2.
Nathan Nukunuku will come down the line to have a chat with the home plate umpire.
Seeing something he doesn't agree with. Wants TK to have a look at it. Probably knows the rule book inside and out, doesn't he? Oh, Nukunuku.
Good coaches have a way of getting a message over without delivering the message, if you know what I mean. 4-0. Bottom of the third innings. 2 away here. Here comes Anderson with the 2-2. Hard hit ball. It's up the middle.
Wow.
And the bottom of the third innings is a crooked number. 5 runs scored now.
Yeah, that shot where it's been paying off for Auckland is just smacking it up the middle and backing the runners to get to home. And that's exactly what Auckland have done. And that's why they're leading this game 6-0 in the bottom of the third.
Time called here as head coach Ryan will come out of the dugout to have a chat to his teams. You see Auckland celebrating their 6th run of the ball game coming in. A chance for head coach Ryan to pass on the message, and also Tompkins, virtually like a player coach out there. You see another look at Early's blast up the middle.
Yep, scoring the 2 runners early, now safe on first base with Oscar Clark up now. 10th batter of this innings.
I never have a tidy scorebook, but every time we go through more than 9 batters in an innings, it gets even worse. I can tell you that. And Mrs. Middleton with her dud comment. Wait till I see her scorebook next. I'm going to twink it all out.
You know you ain't getting near that scorebook.
Oscar Clark now. 2 runners on for Auckland. 5 runs scored this innings. This pitch is right through the zone. He started the innings, did Clark. Led off with a walk.
He sure did. And was out on that play from Anderson to second base.
Frisbee goes outside the zone.
Tried to get the curve to hit those corners, but just too far out.
1 ball and 1 strike. Anderson with 1 job to do here. Get them out of the innings. Frisbee's up top. That'll move up 60 feet.
Advances runners on that 1 pitch.
What's the meters?
Brings it to 2.
I know you've always said feet, mate, but we've got a metric system.
Right. Okay. Is that a challenge?
I've got a question for you, Chopper. How much wood? No.
Anderson tries again. Drop ball's good this time. We'll level the count here. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Never been a mathematician. Didn't really care for it. I do enjoy maths though, to be fair, Damien. Top of my head, 60 feet is 18.288 metres.
Just off the top of your head.
Good to see a couple of people just flipping in their comments to tell me that one as well. Kia ora to you all. Full count now on Clark.
9-spot hitting. Full count.
2 runners in scoring position for Auckland. They've scored 5. Kingy's got it though. And will stop the bleeding here in the bottom of the third innings. It's not before Auckland. They score 5 runs off 3 hits and 3 walks. North Harbour, can they come back? We'll find out. We come back in the top of the 4th inning.
Rusty Bumgardner has done it all. But this year, Rusty reaches a whole new level of softball success. He's going to Beijing.
Rusty. Rusty. Rusty, have you seen my glove?
As the equipment manager. Good luck, Rusty.
Top of the fourth innings as we continue under lights here at Athletic Sports Stadium and in North Shores, Rosedale Ballpark. Great to have you along here. Softball New Zealand's marquee event, the NFC National Fast Pitch Championship. Jason Gerbes, AK Trumpet, of course, Damien Codds joining us in commentary throughout this one together. This match, this tournament hosted by the North Harbour Softball Association. North Harbour will have to bat here in the top of the fourth innings after surrendering 5 in the bottom of the third. It'll be Seth Gibson, Peter Rona and Jorge Mark, 1, 2 and 3 to face Nick Hayes, who has been blazing, Damien. He has been blazing with pace down here through the first 3 innings. 8 strikeouts through the first 9 outs of the ball game from Nick Hayes. He looks good tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely he does. He's trimmed right up. He's looking like the athlete of old, and the way he's throwing it down, outstanding.
Well, we'll get a chance to bring a special guest into the booth for us, Dame. It's always great to have guests, and of course, this NFC hosted by the North Harbour Softball Association. We have the board member from North Harbour Softball, Mike McCall, joining us in the booth. Kia ora, Mike.
Kia ora, Chopper. Thank you very much for having me.
Fantastic to have you along, my friend, and really good to have you here. North Harbour Softball love to put on these big events. Why is it?
Oh, the spectators, the spectacle of it all. And, it's just an amazing thing. You can feel it in the atmosphere tonight. It's just a really great thing, great time to have one of these here.
Looks like you've brought a little good luck for North Harbour as a lead-off walk issued to Gibson. Puts it on now. Only the blemishes on Hayes' record tonight, Damon, has been the 2 walks.
Yeah, just the 2 walks. He's pretty much shut out everyone. I don't even think anyone's hit him yet.
I wasn't going to go there, Damien, but as you have correctly put here, he's got a clean sheet. Perfect game has gone with the 2 walks. The other one, which kind of like Damien was alluding to, is still available.
Oh, did I just do the commentator thing again?
We'll soon find out if
wouldn't be like me. Wouldn't be like me. Dang it. Sorry, Hazel.
That one comes through the zone. 2 strikes now on the batter. Hayes leans back. Powers that one through the zone. As we mentioned, got a special guest in the booth there, Mike McCall, board member for North Harbour Softball. Mike, tell us a little bit about North Harbour. What's been happening here locally?
Locally, the growth in our junior program. We're running out of diamonds. Really, really big growth there. And then our rep program has really stepped up to the plate this year as well.
We're really looking forward to seeing that progress. As you mentioned, the new players coming in to play softball here at North Harbour, and therefore at some stage relating. We talk about the Premier Men's grade here at North Harbour. 3rd year in existence, playing Premier ball here. Now with 7 or 8 Premier teams, a real battle for that North Harbour Championship.
Yeah, Northcote are looking pretty good at the moment, but you can never count out the Roosters. And
I was just going to say, Mike, you can keep on staying, but then you said the Roosters. What time is it? No, just joking.
And HBC this year, Hibiscus Coast this year, are looking really strong as well.
Well, we see North Harbour and Auckland, both of them as Monk goes down on strikes in the second out. Both of the associations having 2 teams here at the NFC in the men's division shows the development of both associations must be good.
Absolutely. It's good for Auckland, it's good for Harbour, and I think it's good for New Zealand softball as well. It gives the opportunity and exposure to a lot of up-and-coming players in those regions. And it puts pressure on those top teams, as you saw in the earlier game.
Outstanding indeed. Well, I know you're a busy man, Mike, but of course, to run a big operation like you do at North Harbour, you must have a lot of good people behind you.
Absolutely. Pure Athletic, helps out with the stadiums. We've got Dugout, the insurance people. The 33 gym is helping hire race when we go away on our trips and that. And the list goes on.
And the list goes on. Well, we're going to thank those sponsors in behind the North Harbour Softball. We want to thank North Harbour Softball. We see a clean innings there from Auckland defensively. They lead 6-0. Thank you, Mike, for taking the time. Thank you for hosting this great NFC this year.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you. We'll catch up with you a little later.
Sounds good. We'll go to the bottom of the fourth innings when we come back. Auckland leading 6 runs to nil. Tonight's big matchup, Auckland and North Harbour playing for the bridge. It's a festival here, the beer garden's open. Come on down, enjoy the festivities. It's only day 2 of the National Championship. Damien, what have you thought about the 2024 edition of the NFC so far?
Yeah, so far, mate, it's been outstanding. Everybody doing their part this weekend. It's the players, the coaches, the management, the people behind the scenes, the production, everything just seems to have taken another step up this year, and I'm here for it, and we've still got 2 great days of softball ahead of us.
2 great days indeed, and talking about great, it'll be Brock Evans, Cole Evans and Ben Anoka here, hitting really well in this match this evening. That'll lead off here for Auckland.
Yeah, Brock has really done well in that lead-off spot, and to jump to the lead-off here in the bottom of the 4th, get some more runs on the board before they let Harbour field bat for another time. Oscar just getting him, looks like he's getting him on top of himself out there at the moment. Let that ball go.
3 balls scored on
3 stray balls here. The lead-off walk was issued in the 3rd innings, and that started that slide of runs. 5 runs scored by Auckland in the bottom of the 3rd. Inside outswing, Texas Liga. Well, there is no state of Texas when the marshal is in town. That is Hohepa Monk.
Hohepa Monk set himself to track that ball really well and just sprinted, knowing the angle, knowing where it was going to go, put the glove down to the floor and scooped it up to make that catch in the right field.
Monk, quite an accomplished Premier Rugby League player in the winter.
Oosh.
You can see with that pace, he'd be a damaging centre for sure.
Surely. Yeah, he's pretty solid as well. He have it on the action replay, the distance that Monk had to make and how low the glove had to go to make the catch, knowing the angle is what it's all about in the outfield, and he had it down pat.
2 straight balls here to Cole Evans. Issued 2 walks in his 2 at-bats so far in the contest.
Oh, he's such a dangerous at-bat as Cole.
Zeth Gibson, one of the new players in North Harbour this season.
That was actually Hugh Davies, but yeah, all
Sorry.
good.
Hugh Davies, apologies.
Seth Gibson on first was looking pretty tired just before.
Drop ball coming out of the hands of Oscar Anderson as he continues to work here. His 4th innings. Now 3rd time through the Auckland batting order. Still, if we look down the bullpen for North Harbour, it is empty at this point. I think North Harbour have made the decision to go with Anderson through this match. Maybe a little bit of poker face.
Don't show all your cards, of course, you know. let Auckland do what they're going to do in this game. We're at the bottom of the fourth, and they get one more run in this, then they go 3 up, 3 down for the game. And the way Hayes is pitching, you'd probably think that would be a go, but yeah.
You never know, indeed. Beninoka now after the strikeout of Evans. Second strikeout issued by Anderson so far. Low lifter is snappy on the inside edge to lead off this at-bat.
You'd be pretty stoked to walk away with the strikeout of Cole Evans.
Change of pace, just skips in.
1-1.
Home plate owner, umpire Tony Kairuna, like a cat back there.
Oh, he's big, but he can move for sure.
I'd like to say he's like the Matrix.
And when I say big, he's tall. That's what I meant, TK. Just to clarify.
Hard hit ball. And that is ripped through the 5-6 hole from Inoka.
Yeah, Jarman just getting all of that, sending it through the 5-6 spot. Neither Rona or Kingy could get to it.
2 hits on the day for Ben Inoka. Another centre field, 1, 2 left. Going to bring up the bat here, Thomas Inoka. He's been brilliant tonight. Really, really good. Driven in 2 runs. This one, a slow roller. And they'll throw it over in time to get a clean innings. And that'll do us through 4 complete. Top of the 5th coming up next. Auckland leading 6 runs.
From the humble beginnings of a Wellington garage and with a good helping of Kiwi Can Do, Resene have been proudly colouring New Zealand since 1946. Environmentally approved quality paints, colours and expert advice, all available at your local Resene colour shop. Our friendly team are here to help you get the best results for your project. With creative colours and innovative paint all made right here in New Zealand. You can rely on Resene to get the job done.
Top of the 5th innings here under the veil of the Ray Tippett scoreboard in North Harbour softball. You see Auckland 1 run in the bottom of the 1st, 5 runs scored in the bottom of the 5th innings. And defensively, boy oh boy, it feels like they only just need one person out there, and that is Nick Hayes.
Yeah, Hazel on the hill for Auckland has just been outstanding, just showing what he's learnt over the years, what he can do, and just showing just that he is still to be respected on the hill.
10 strikeouts from the 12 outs so far taken by Auckland. And he is just mowing them down. First pitches through the top of the zone.
Just 2 off the bat.
Oscar Anderson. You were saying, sorry, Dane?
Oh, no, just with Hayes, just 2 off the bat, strikeouts and 2 walks. Yeah, he's done pretty good.
Nick Hayes putting a masterclass on here this evening for the Battle of the Bridge. Big pitch comes through. Well, the NFC runs over 4 days of competition. They do 1 complete round robin, do the men. And then after that, the semi-final on Friday night will see 1v2. We'll play each other for a right to go to the grand final at 1:30 on Sunday. And 3v4 for the right to play the loser of that 1-2 game.
Ooh.
The other semi-final. And a nice play by Evans at shortstop.
Yeah, the ground out there from Anderson. Cole Evans, like he does all the time, getting himself at the right spot, setting his legs early, and getting the outs at 1 with Tommy Inoka. Oh, well, one of the comments on the live stream here is from Bronson Wayne Kotohi. Nick with the nasty change-ups. Well, we just saw one. The way he can pull the strings on it, outstanding.
Fantastic indeed.
1-1.
You've got elite pace like Hayes, and you're able to pull the string on a few. Just makes that pace even quicker, doesn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. And, you know, one of the things that Chuck Tangaroa said in the booth earlier today, the battery coach for the Black Sox, is the extras, you know, getting yourself in those situations and going and seeing the world and testing yourself. And that's what Hayes has done the last few years, and it's just showing dividends with how he's pitching tonight.
Foul tip back to the screen. A noticeable admission from the Black Sox that contended the World Cup, hosted right here at Rosedale Park, December 2022. See Hayes playing full season in New Zealand this year.
I've already blocked it
Putting
out.
his hand up high to regain that black jersey. Now new Commander-in-Chief, Thomas Markia, the head coach for the Black Sox. We'll have him in the booth. The men's semi-final tomorrow night, coming in to share some information. Of course, we had Chubb Tangaroa. You had him in the previous broadcast, the battery pitching coach. Time called here. They'll stop the clock at 12 seconds and reset it. Hayes will just tidy his shirt. And now line up the putt. You see Kingy step back into the batter's box.
You mentioned Thomas Markia. He's just sitting in front. He's taking notes on this game for sure. I mean, so many of both of these teams, you know, that are in the Black Sox squad. You want to see elite going up against elite. You know, iron sharpening iron, if you will. And yeah, he'll definitely be enjoying what he's seeing.
Thought outside the square has Markia, and we saw that with his working with the greater Black Sox squad. A change of pace. He said it's filthy. I tell you what, it's getting downright dirty right now. Another strikeout for Hayes.
Yep. Top of the fifth to still have those pitches and just be able to call on them whenever he needs to. Just awesome. Just awesome to watch.
Of course, New Zealand will be going away to the World Cup group stage, hosted in Prince Albert, Canada, 10 through 14th of July. They'll have the host nation, Canada, in their group, Singapore, and 3 more athletes. America, 1 from Africa, 1 from the Americas, and a wild card. 3 more teams. The national teams will be there in their pool. Of course, the other group stages, Hermosillo, Mexico in June. Australia, Czech Republic, and Mexico, Philippines confirmed for that one. 2 more from the Americas to join them. And then the last Group C stage, Japan, Netherlands, USA. 1 from Africa, 2 from the Americas. It qualifies to happen very, very soon. That'll be in September.
Are we going to Canada?
Love to go to Canada. Love the Canadian people.
Sure do.
And Mexicans and Americans.
Jokes.
Ball down low. Curtis Tompkins. 2 batters have got on today. Seth Gibson and Curtis Tompkins with a walk.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Any blemish on a perfect game from Nick Hayes here this evening. Hard and heavy outside the zone, and it'll be the second walk issued to Tompkins.
Then on deck number 29.
Tompkins using that experience to see as many pitches and getting his second walk.
2 away here. The designated runner will come out. Gabe Wharepodi. He's got the oven mitt on. Wonder if he's been baking.
I cracked. No.
All the kids have got all the gears these days, don't they?
But They're literally for saving the skin on your hand when you slide. Like, if someone's going to step on your hand with a cleat and you go under it, it ain't doing anything. And I'm sorry to mention you, Keenan, but breaking his hand at the under-19s, like, well, they should have, if it's going to protect your hand, I think it should have something at the top as well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if it does. It definitely on the underside, they've got like a one of those plates in there. I guess it's probably made out of some sort of graphite material or something like that, or composite material.
Yep.
And that protects the underside and the thumb area, as we see. Hayes reel off his 12th strikeout of the match.
Wow.
And sits down and nullifies the runner on base for North Harbour. Bottom of the fifth to come up next. Auckland with an opportunity to walk this one off, leading 6 runs to nil.
The decisions we make matter. The cloth you put on your back, that comes from somewhere. Ours is Ecotech, and it comes from here. One of these equals 38 of these, not in landfill. High performance fabric worthy of what you stand for.
Auckland have been outstanding tonight. Got off early with a 1 run in the bottom of the first. And it's 5 runs as 10 batters come to the plate. In the bottom of the 5th innings, Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, and Damien Collins joining us in the booth on the Kai Cordials here for the NFC tournament. Damien, this Auckland side have a chance to walk this one off at the bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, they do, Chop. Just the 1 run and the way that they've been going, the team batting, you know, just, I mean, 1 to 9, they have the experience, the nous, and the power to go up and slam it over the fence. But if they need to get that run by just punching the gaps and getting around base by base, they have that capability so much easier. So it'll be interesting to see what we've got in front.
First pitch, right down the edge to Kamlanoka. Will be followed by Connor Peden and Reese Evans. Maybe a couple of pinch hits here for Auckland. We'll find out as they come through. You can see that Peden is on deck, so the first 2 batters will be regulation. And 1 off the foot. That'll allow Noka down at first base. Run rule, if it comes into effect, is 7 runs after 5 innings. So with the score 6 runs to nil, 1 more run here for Auckland, and they will be able to go for an early shower.
Showers?
Isn't that what you do after sport?
I don't know, probably. It's usually when you get told, isn't it? Sundays for showers.
Now look, you're staying at my house this weekend, young man, and you better be having a shower.
I am, and I love when a shower hose, reaches your chest.
Okay, we're not all bloody 7 feet tall.
Good pressure though. I do good pressure.
Connor Peden.
Thank you, Fuller. The no look.
Down the first base. All comes through the edge of the zone to Peden. Peden was good tonight. Mixed bag, strikeout in the 2nd innings, and then drove in a run as he blasted it up the middle. That was in the 3rd. This one will come back, and I'll tell you what, RTD2 up on the roof, a new robot cam.
Great addition to the Ballpark Broadcasting setup.
Atiawa Toa FM coming to the house.
Oh yeah, with
all
the
that
toys.
Adrian Royal, man, he's like, I wish I could get one of these. And then the next time I see him, he's got one.
Yeah, I do love him getting his gadgets.
Corey Sickle and the boys back down in Atiawa Toa FM. Really love working with them. And of course, we'll be doing that. Next cab off the rank will be with them will be, of course, Men's Club Nationals hosted at Hutt Valley.
Oosh.
Women's Club Nationals in Christchurch this year.
Bring it on. Can't wait.
One pulled foul off the bat.
Foul ball.
Can't remain 1 ball and 2 strikes here. I just want to take a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Damien and I would like to thank you.
Thanks, Tim. Thank you for, everything. Like the comments, the questions, anytime anything's on, you get a hold of us and back us what we do. Couldn't do it without you.
Good drop ball. Picks up the strikeout of Peden. It is indeed. We are indebted to you, and to be fair, all of us at Ballpark Broadcasting Atiawa Toa FM, we do it because we love this great game of softball. We're glad you enjoy the product. We think it deserves to be promoted and highlighted at the best possible level.
Well, this is the best of the best, the elite of our country wearing their association shirts, We've stepped up our game just like they have this weekend. We've got more cameras, the team's bigger. I don't know if you're noticing, just the quality is just a step up. So, from our whānau to your whānau, like, we're all in it together. We'll do our part. You guys keep doing yours.
That's one of the great things, Damien. If we talk about our wider softball community or whānau around the country, every time we go to an event, we say, if you'd like to join the crew, we get inundated with messages. We have tons of people around the country enthused to help promote this great sport of softball.
Yep.
Thank you all for doing your part to make softball great in New Zealand and around the world. Thank you for sharing the broadcast tonight. I know that's a big thing for you to do, but you're doing it for a great cause. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you all.
It's not for a dud prize. There is a greater thing here. Do we have to keep on doing those videos that ask people to come and join us? Yeah, why not? Let's do them.
Okay. And a walk issued inside there to Reese Evans, so he'll go down to first base. And we thought, alluded, there might be a pinch hitter, and it looks like there's going to be one here now.
Coming into bat, Ethan Shannon, the big lefty, is going to come in and try and move these two runners with one down here at the bottom of the fifth.
Shannon will bat for Max Early, the catcher. Of course, head coach Nuku looking to finish this one early.
Oh, he sure will. He wouldn't. He's not here to go to full 7. Surely not. He's a puppet master, if you will, in some of the games, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Great to have people tuning in from all over the country and the world, but even the people that are local, the Tyrone crew, tuned in, thanking us for the broadcast tonight. Tell you what, he needs to thank me for more. I took his son to the South Island for a week. I need to thank him. His son was so cool, so funny. I can't tell you what he did on air on the week, but if I can tell you one thing, we had a ball.
You do know how to have a good time, my friend. Never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
Well, operating the PTZ.
You might not be on time, but I mean, never a dull moment.
Operating the robot camera on the roof tonight is Nicholas Need.
Needle!
Remember Noodle? Noodle?
I don't know where Noodles came from, but you better hope that none of the Maris boys hear it back in the Hutt Valley, or else he's going to get Noodle a lot now.
I'll tell you what, he got choppered last night. That's what they call it when you go out with chopper.
Well, when in Rome and you go to the Wairoa, probably stay away from the line red crepe bottles, mate.
Fantastic evening. Day 2 tonight. We'll find out what happens with Ethan Shannon now. He'll guard this pitch. It'll go back out of play.
Bang. Oh, missed the roof on that one.
Can't help but think Auckland, to losing that game to Canterbury, are sending the competition a loud and clear message here on day 2 evening match here against North Harbour.
Oh, 100%. They've been the powerhouse for so long, haven't they? And to come out to a tournament and lose the first game, they wouldn't be happy for it. So then they step up and show everyone why they are here. But, and no disrespect to this Auckland team, there's a couple players that aren't out on that field that maybe, like we said, the poker face, not showing the hand. We know Harbour have a couple rock stars just resting in the dugout as well.
This one down low, skips away. They'll move up 18.288 metres.
Or 60 feet if you're on
the other side. Down 60 feet. Tell you what, Damien Collins, great to have him here in Auckland. When does he leave? Can't wait. Just jokes.
Yep, you can get all your other gear back to Wellington as well, mate. That's all good.
Couldn't do it without you, my friend. Hitters count now for Shannon. Chance to walk this one off in the bottom of the 5th innings. 1 out. And Anderson will keep the anticipation waiting as he backs off.
Now Tonkins.
He's like, hey, Curtis, can I get another ball?
Sure.
Curtis is like,
would you like this black one with all the sticky stuff on it?
That's, of course, from hitting the mosquitoes.
Yeah, 100%. Like Randy Johnson hitting that bird.
That was amazing.
Have you seen, he's a sports photographer now?
Really?
Randy Johnson, look him up. He's a sports photographer now, and his logo is actually a camera, like, the kind of the outline of a camera, but with an exploding bird on it. It's really cool.
So time was called with 7 seconds left on the clock here. Anderson will have to have a 2-second pause. He won't have much time left to deliver the pitch. Down to 4 seconds now. Drop ball down, and Shannon will load the bases.
Loads up the bases. One down.
And I tell you what.
It's your guy.
Number 18.
I'll put him in the lineup of any team that I would be coaching, that's for sure. It is Oscar Clark now.
Oscar v. Oscar. No grouch here.
First pitch is wide. Mrs. Gerbes in the house.
The boss.
Good to see.
Thank you for allowing most of us to stay at your house over the next few days.
That one comes through. Levels the count now. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Lovely lady, that one. Don't know how you do it.
It's probably more the other way. Don't know how she does it, to be fair, Damon, but every good man has a good woman, that's for sure.
Too true. And well done on calling yourself a good man.
Ball outside. Infield drawn in it here with 1 out. They know they have to protect that run or the game is over. Outfield is drawn in as well. Ball down low, and it looks like it's a pass ball that'll do it for Auckland here. And they will run out victors in the nightcap. The Battle of the Bridge firmly in the hands of the Aucklanders. This one, 7 runs to nil in 5 innings. Damon's your thought on the match.
Oh, well, Auckland, just showing their just class, I mean, they team batting, the masterclass from Hazel on the hill, with so many strikeouts, couple of walks, no hits, I can say it now, just showing their class. But Harbour have been outstanding as well, and today was just not their day. But anything can change when we get closer to Championship Sunday, and I'm sure we could see these two again.
Damien is the Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match. Auckland got underway with a run in the first innings from Thomas Anoka driving him in. And then it was the 3rd innings was damaged. 5 runs coming off 3 hits, 2 walks, and just disciplined hitting from the Aucklanders. And then cement their lead in the bottom of the 5th innings. There was only 6 hits from Auckland in the whole match. It was a team effort that got them across the line and finished this one early in the bottom of the 5th. Ballpark Broadcasting Player of the Match.
I'm going to go Chief. I'm going to go Nick Hayes on the hill. Number 12 came out and just really showed why he's a world champion, why he's won the Silver Fern, and why he still has that passion to be the best in the country and do it. And he was just awesome out there today, and that's who I pick as my man of the match.
12 strikeouts, no hits. It's a no-hitter from Nick Hayes here. A big win for Auckland on day 2 of the 2024 NFC. And it'll be a battle on tomorrow, trying to get to the top 2 spots for the first semi-final tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. Of course, tomorrow we will have plenty of action coming to you live here from Pure Athletics Sports Stadium. We'll kick off at 9 a.m. It sees Wellington taking on Hutt Valley in that one, Damien. Hutt Valley and Wellington, you can't count them out in any NFC, can you?
No, it's a classic. We've just seen Auckland versus Harbour, Wellington versus Hutt Valley. It's always battle.
Battle indeed. Big brother, big sister, take it any way you like it. And it's Auckland that win tonight. They win the bridge. 7-1 Thank you so much for tuning in on behalf of Damien Collins and the rest of the Ballpark Broadcasting crew here, working so tirelessly throughout the day. It's our complete privilege helping Jason, AK Chopper, Martin Wa, Almighty. We'll see you all tomorrow.